Hello, we are back for conversations with Candyce over Big Brother episode 16. So I had to make some notes because there was so much that happened in that first 12 minutes of that show. So I like how the show went back to review like what happened during right before the eviction, because we knew that they were working, or that Chemo and Tika were working on flipping the house, but we didn't know the ins and outs of like Brooklyn telling Rabina she was going home, Brooklyn telling Cedric he was safe, like that type of thing. Again, it's a game, so I'm sitting outside looking in. But obviously I wanted them to keep Cedric because Cedric can win. Rabina, not so much. But then at the same time, I understand why they voted out Cedric, because he's a competitor. It's just got a lot of little sticky. So what do you think? Do you think that T-Core and Chemo were right for flipping the house? What's your motive, or what's your thoughts there? Also, now it does show kind of the cards that Brooklyn, Chelsea, and Cam were kind of on the outside, but it was on purpose, but like it wasn't like intentionally on purpose, I guess. I don't know. It's just a lot. Let's see. I like how Quinn, he goes in there and asks them nicely, so did you not tell me because I couldn't vote, or did you not tell me because you didn't want me to know? He's very polite about it. And then Brooklyn, she's pissed. Brooklyn is pissed. Like she said, I don't get mad, I get even. And then she said, they pissed off a mama from Texas. So they gonna see. I hope Brooklyn wins something. I'm excited to see tonight's episode, to see what's going on. Yeah, I want her to win. So they played the Hit a Household competition, and it was Firewall, and essentially it was the wall game, which is a Big Brother classic, and that was a really good competition. We had some that we knew were going to fall early, Angela, and then we knew that probably Tucker, Cam, Brooklyn, Quinn would do a good job. And the final two was between Tucker and Quinn, and Quinn was like, fall, I won't put you up, and Tucker said the same thing. So we'll see what happens. He probably's gonna put him up, whatever. But Tucker won. So Rabina and Tucker were really excited. Rabina was like, payback's up. And so we'll see what happens in this. Tucker is really good at the game. Kudos to him. He's real competition. So they need to get him out of the house. And I think the house is not going to do that, but we'll see what happens. So they ended up adding Joseph to the Tanks Alliance, and then they changed the name to 6th Avenue. And that's their little thing, their little action. But I thought it was interesting that Quinn went up and talked to Tucker. I thought that was awesome, to kind of see where his head was at. Obviously, Tucker explained to him, you're not the target. He's one of the targets, put it that way. He might not be the main one for this week, but he is one of the targets, and if he got voted out, Tucker would not be sad. But in the diary room interview, Tucker did say that he had bigger fish to fry because he's beat Quinn at every competition. He knows how he plays. He knows everything. So he's not really concerned about him. And that does make sense, actually. But I think that Quinn will probably get him on the mental competitions. Maybe not so the physical competitions, but the mental competitions, I think Quinn will be very successful in. So we'll see if any of those types of competitions are coming up, and whether or not Quinn and Tucker will be able to compete in them together. I mean, against each other, right? So I think I think Tucker is going to put up either Chelsea, Cam, or Brooklyn along with Tucker. And then I'm trying to figure out who the third person is. He might just pick another one of either Kelsey, Cam, or Brooklyn. That would probably be his best bet because he can kind of justify that to the house, as in saying, like, they wanted to keep Cedric and not Rabina. So, yeah. I thought it was fun that Tucker wanted to meet with Brooklyn, Cam, and Chelsea and kind of see where their heads were at, and then what information they would give. Brooklyn gave the most information, and she was honest with him about the votes and everything. Everybody else was not. So we'll see if Brooklyn gets honesty points from Tucker, or he'll just be conniving because he knows that she's a bigger competition, I feel like, than Cam and Chelsea. I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you think he should have done that? Do you think that was a smart move to talk to essentially the three that wanted to vote Rabina out? Put your comments or put your opinions in the comments. So, Quinn, Cam, Brooklyn, put up for eviction. Of course, people think that he's going for Quinn, but he really wants Brooklyn out. Brooklyn is a powerhouse, I feel like, and I feel like now the fire is lit under her, and she is going to be successful at winning. So we will see how the veto competition goes on Wednesday, and then eviction I guess we'll have the BB Arena, and then eviction will be on Thursday as well. So what are your predictions? Who is going to win veto? I think it's going to be Brooklyn, and I think she's going to take herself off the block, and then I think Tucker will put up Chelsea, and then those three, Quinn, Chelsea, and Cam, will play in the BB AI Arena. And then who do I want to win? It's probably going to be Quinn. I kind of want Quinn to stay too. So then it'll be Cam and Chelsea on the block. That's just my prediction. What's yours? Comment down below, and I will see you next time. Conversations with Candace.